The Certificate 4 in Security Risk Management is the qualification required for an individual to go out and do identification of assets, threat assessment, risk assessment and implementation of countermeasures in the workplace on behalf of an organisation charged to do that. So the organisation could be a security firm, a consultancy, an investigation firm who has won, for example, the contract with the Westpac Bank to do all their compliance risk assessments that they have to do annually as a duty of care to their staff for armed robbery prevention, for example. So they'll go out to every branch in Australia, Tasmania, Western Australia, South Australia, Darwin, doesn't matter where it is, Flinders Island, and they will go there and they will check that it's 30 metres into the bank teller's station from the entrance, that the CCTV is working, that the anti-robbery jump bars are in place and are working, that the bushes aren't growing around the back door so someone could hide there and do an armed robbery on the staff while they're entering or leaving. So these types of risk assessments are done as part of a compliance role, for example, and insurance companies have them too, because people have it in for insurance companies. There was a chap didn't like his insurance company in Darwin a couple of years ago. He tried to get a 44-gallon drum full of fuel into the insurance office and he lit it, and he was quite successful in doing so, and he harmed 2 people. So they take this very seriously. Your security risk assessment work doesn't apply to just prevention. If a bank or something like that, or a hotel you're doing the risk assessment for is robbed, you go there afterwards and you do a risk assessment to see what went wrong and to see what you can do to prevent that in the future. So at this level, at Certificate 4 level, it's really important that you understand and have that qualification. You could be doing security risk assessments on events such as the football grand final for the local footy association, soccer, rugby, AFL, doesn't matter. It could be for the New Year's Eve fireworks at Sydney Harbour Bridge. All of these things today, in the environment and climate we live in, where there's potential of a terrorist attack or a copycat attack, that sort of situation, just because someone wants to get their cause some publicity, has the potential to have an attack on it, and a security risk assessment is the first line of defence in those, and there is a demand for that work in Australia.
Who would I work for as a security risk management assessor?
Okay. Security companies, security consultancies and investigation agencies around Australia win the contracts with organisations such as local councils, financial institute, Commonwealth Bank, insurance, QBE, CGU, AAMI, government departments, so the Department of Immigration or Centrelink or whatever, all have to have security risk assessments done. All courts do security risk assessments, and these organisations, the security firms, the consultancies, the investigation agencies, they win 3-year tenders for this sort of thing. So they're constantly going out to the Supreme Courts around Australia and doing their security risk assessments. They're checking it, they're penetrating, testing it to see if they can get in with things they shouldn't be able to get in with, that sort of thing. So it's a matter of identifying who those organisations might be. Get on the web, have a look at the internet, they'll tell you what they do, it's all there. And they'll often say in their employment section, we're looking for security risk assessors. You will not get a role with them without the qualification. They want you qualified before you start. Thank you.